Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to my first solo battle report thing that I'm going to put on YouTube for reasons. So I feel slightly less lonely when I'm playing with myself in the kitchen on a Tuesday night, close to 12 o'clock. Um, so, just to give a quick introduction, because I originally recorded one at the table, but it didn't record because SD card excitement, and the entire time I was recording I was battling with space issues, so sorry if it sounds a little bit discombobulated. This is a small battle report, or battle thing that happens between some Primaris Space Marines and some Necrons. The vague story that I don't think I kind of really got across was that this is a settlement being attacked by some Necrons. They are rolling down towards the settlement, and there are a small number of Primaris. Now, I do make some minor mistakes, not so minor at times, mistakes during the report, so I'll address them at the end in my outro, because I completely ran out of space on my phone on the night and couldn't conclude there. But yes, I hope you enjoy. Already set up the game, so we're not going to meet each of the different forces individually, but here are the Necron invaders. This is the Imperial industrial world of Davadov V, inventively named. These are some warriors, a tomb warden, and some scuttly boys. This is effectively part of an advanced force come to try and take this settlement. This settlement has been reinforced by the unnamed chapter here. That's my custom chapter that I've not 100% finished writing the lore for. Just now they're just unnumbered sons, though, that are thinking of forming their own chapter soon, because the big old crusade thing, in their bit at least, is sort of winding down, and they didn't end up being used to reinforce anyone, and they reasonably large number of officers and squads that are quite like-minded are starting to think about requesting permission to form their own chapter. This is a rough gate to the settlement beyond, and here are just some PDF chaps who are helping out, because I bought 5 Imperial Guardsmen, and I'll be damned if I'm not going to use them. This is the outskirts of the settlement, which is beyond this gate. This is a Mechanicum facility right here, and these big grey lumps are basically the misguided attempts of the citizenry of the town beyond to try and ward against a vehicular assault, because they heard that there is a xenos threat on the way. Little did they know that this xenos threat doesn't give a damn about roadblocks. They have floating vehicles. Fortunately, though, they didn't bring any today, so no one on the inside will learn yet that they wasted all these lovely materials to make these gigantic slag piles. In fact, they might actually just be slag piles that they managed to hoist over here, that they figured would be relatively robust for those purposes. Wow, I've done some sweeping shots of absolute garbage. Anyway, the boxes are supposed to be representing like housesteads, habs, and that sort of thing. So, like this would be a smallish hab with outbuilding. Maybe it's part of a shop, and then there's like a yard bit in the back, which isn't represented terribly well. This mat comes with the starter set, by the way. I really love the starter set. This box is part of the starter set. That's where I keep a lot of the papers and shit in. I think it's really cunningly designed. Anywho, so I'm running this game against myself. It's going to be more like a narrative-y survival game for the Imperial forces. I am really necessarily pretending to be the Necrons in this one. Yeah. They have to survive at least 3 turns. At the end of turn 3, 8th edition style will start rolling to see if the game ends. this is a bonus secondary objective. Whoever controls this at the end of the game will get an advantage in the next time these forces come together, because, spoiler, they're going to be fighting each other for a while. They're all I have. The PDF men will respawn at the end of the turn if there are less, we'll say if there are less than 5 of them, or maybe just, doesn't matter. And I've kind of mini combat squadded these. Maybe I shouldn't have. These guys will start as a 10, and if they get wiped, if 5 or more get wiped, then they might come back at this table edge at the start of the next turn. To try and show that this is like these are perpetual waves. Basically, the Imperials are holding out until further reinforcements can get there. This strike team happened to be mostly in the area. Oh, actually, a bit of feedback. So this is my own custom scheme, which is basically just the Flesh Terrors, but flipped. I am not sure whether to do the half and half helmets. Let me know if you think that pops, or if it's a bit busy. Also, this guy, he's a remnant of a previous paint scheme that I had trialed and decided I didn't like as much. But for the moment, at least, he is, we'll say that they've been slightly influenced by the Black Templars, and they like the idea of having an Emperor's Champion in each force, or at least a guy that is not crucial to the plan and can look bigger and flashier and kind of be a distraction, like, I will do the best, your best foe, your best man, but actually he's just a normal battle brother, and the person that they should be taking out is the sergeant or the special weapons person or whatever. I quite like that as an idea. I might keep it, I probably won't. Okay, let's see who goes first. Also, I'm not using stratagems in this because I don't have them to hand. Black or Necrons, obvs. Big boys or larger dice were big boys, so Necrons are going to go first. I will see you at the end of the movement phase. Okay, here we are. Shocker, they advanced. So the regular boys, the Necron warriors, are just marching on down the street. Hurrah, hurrah. These scarabs here in the front are screening because someone's intelligence somewhere in here says that these guys look like they're probably going to charge us. I've just found out that the Necrons actually only move 5 in their movement phase. So the Royal Warden has just zipped slightly in front of them, still protected by Lookout Sir, but he wants to get his relic blaster raining some love down upon the shoulders of the Marines there. So let's do some shoots then. As I said, these guys, they are shooting through all these roadblocks and stuff, so that will count as giving the Spac Mariners some cover. So, I should probably have measured how far away they are. They are largely within 12, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, let's just say 5. That's all 5 in rapid fire range, and I think, let me check their troop profile thing. I don't know why I'm showing this to you. Isolationists. Oh, geez. Yeah, so they're within half range, so their weapons are going to count as strength 5. And they're already -1. That's spooky. So, 10 shots. Let me just get that set up. I should probably do the rolling off camera so that this is less unbearable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just use a dice that's not black. No, 10. Okay, here we go. All right. So they're now hitting on 4s, which that was still above average, and then wounding on 3s because of isolationism. Oh, wow. 1 wound. Also, I should really separate the... Okay, just casually deleted some apps. So, this is the armor save for the 1 wound that got through there. So, -1, so it's a... oh no, +1, because it's shooting through cover, so 3 up. Makes it. Okay. Now, normally that sort of thing would annoy me, an entire round of shooting at rapid fire range and not hurting the Marines, but this time it's more like a story mission about the Marines, so I'm kind of fine with it. Also, I need to not lose my measuring tapes under under paper. So, who all can see? Why don't I come back with the results of these guys shooting? No, pause. Okay, so only 2 of them were in rapid fire range, so I'll do them first because they've got a different strength characteristic. 1 hit, a wound, so we'll just put the wound over there, or let's use the Marines dice. And then the other 3 guys only get 1 shot each, and it's at strength 4 instead of... oh wow, they're apparently better shots. And then force to wound. So, 2 wounds in total. I really should clean these dice away, which, no, I'm not going to do, because it's a pain. So, 2 at -1. Okay, so, first wound taken. And I think, let's put it on Snazzy McSnaz face here, because that was the fluff, wasn't it? That he was there to take the first hits. Cool. Extraordinarily nice. He's a killer queen. He gets 4 shots here because he's rapid fire 2, and each of these are damage 2, -2, strength 5. So this guy is dangerous. The only saving grace is that he only has weapon skill, ballistic skill of 3, so 3's to hit. Okay, only 2 hits. He doesn't wipe the squad. 3's to wound though. Yeah, both wound. So I think it's 5s because it goes 3 plus. Are we counting them in cover from him? Let's see. No, gold guy has got his balls hanging out there in the open. So 5s to save. Each save is a dead Marine. Oh Jesus. Oh well. Pop. Pop. Each of these guys represents 2 hours of painting. At least 2 hours of painting. And they just get popped off like it's nothing. Ah, so painful. Okay, this is why you shouldn't paint anything. This is why the Grey Army, the Grey Tide is superior. On the plus side, that's the end of the shooting phase. Let's see how far... oh, sorry, a moon marker should go away. Let's see how far the Scarabs would need to charge. Oops. Sorry. Question 2. Do the Scarabs want to try for... no, they're just going to try and get in. They just want to swamp. So they have to charge 7 or 8 inches. 8 inches, I'm going to say. I think it might only actually be 7 inches. Anywho. As I say, not using stratagems, so no overwatching. 6, they do not get in. Oh, I should probably have shown that rule. Okay, we'll come back with the Imperial turn. Oh, hang on. These guys lost 2. Sergeant's leadership 8. So they got a 6. Can they fail on a 6? I can't remember if it's they have to go over or under their leadership. Regardless, they rolled a 4, so they're fine. Okay, let's come back for the Imperials. Cool, so here we are. Now, one thing I forgot to do was to... oh, piss, hang on. His relic Gauss rifle, each attack with this weapon on modified roll of a 6 automatically wounds the target. Nope, that's the wrong one. He's over here. Each... oh no, nothing special there, I think. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, so so the Primaris Lieutenant, I realised, could just hop up onto the building. He went 1 inch, 3 inches, 2 inches. he's now very much within charge range. He can't target this guy with his pistol, but that doesn't really matter. And these guys, yeah, these are just going to fucking go for this. So let's start with these guys in the shooting phase. One of them's going to huck a crack grenade, because these guys have multiple wounds. 6 is a hit. Oh, I should show that. 6 is a hit. Oh, they used the wrong dice. Wounding on tits. Not on tits. Data sheets. Crack grenade. Strength 6. So wounding on 2s, because they only have toughness 3, those bases. Oh, no. Hang on. The unit is within 6 inches of... Oh. Wounding. Yeah, wounding. So reroll. 6. Huzzah. So that does... no, they do the armor save for that, but it's -1, and they only have a 6 up armor anyway. Yep, so that goes straight through. So D3 wounds, 1 wound. So one of these is down to 3. Yes, let me just double check the rule for lieutenants, just in case I'm cocky. If I had more space, I would be able to put these not on top of each other. Tactical precision. When a friendly character, unit is within 6 inches of the model, each model in that unit may make an attack, reroll, wounded, roll 1. Okay, yes. So that was fine. I didn't just cheat. Cool. So then they're going to fire 2 pistols. Oh no, hang on. Sarge is there. So Sarge is going to overcharge his pistol. It's a 2. Curses. Then the other guy's just going to shoot his regular bolt pistol. Hits. Wounds. AP -1. So this goes down to 2 wounds. Cool. I won't get overexcited and charge him immediately. We need to do his Neo-Vulcanite pistol. His Neo-Vulcanite pistol is super cool. It is 15 inches, 2 shots, strength 5, AP dash, unfortunately, and damage 2. It's his that has a fancy thing. Each unmodified wound roll of a 6 inflicts 1 mortal wound to the target in addition to any other damage. So, let's do the Schussting for El Tenant. Okay, he gets to reroll this because they have the Master Artisan's chapter trait for the custom chapter. Okay, 2 hits, 3s to wound, 1 wound. Doesn't get to reroll that. No, he doesn't. So 1 wound. Unfortunately, the filthy xenos gets his full 4-up armor save. 2. He dies. So, model is killed. Then we roll his reanimation protocols. So on a 5-up, he gets back up, and on a 1, he rerolls it because warriors or something. 3. No, he stays dead. So this model is removed. Okay, and before I forget, let's do these guys. So these guys see the swarm of scarabs like flying around the place, and they think, we're not very good shots. Let's try and shoot that. I don't think they're within 12 inches of it. Oh, they are! He is. He's not really... No, he kind of is. I'm not actually showing what I'm doing, am I? Oh, and the extra angle kind of helps. Yeah, okay, so these 3 can rapid fire, these 3 can't. That's the only difference between them, though. So let's go for... So that's 5... 8. Okay, 8 shots. Yes, 8 shots. Take on 4s. Wow, guardsman. That's a whole lot of diddly. 4s to wound. PDF, your failures to the Imperium. The Emperor weeps on his golden throne. Right, anywho, time for charging. So, Lieutenant, 5 inches. Is 5 inches enough to get in? 5 inches is enough to get in. And I think he's only charged the Warden. Now, I don't really know how these rules work, but I think that means it's just the Warden that's in contact with them. The Tomb Warden may have been a bit overzealous in his movement. Fortunately for him, he does have other things that we'll come to in a minute. So, charge, huzzah. These guys are very much in with the bugs. So they rush merrily in. Psychic phase already happened, and I forgot to observe that no one was psychic. So let's go with the angry red men first. So each person gets 3 attacks by default. 1, 2, oh, wrong dice. 1, 2, 3. Lieutenant gets 1 more for being a lieutenant. They all also get 1 extra for being a space marine. Oh no, sorry, they got 2 for default. 1 for chainsword, 1 for being Primaris. And does Shock Assault give them another one? I think Shock Assault gives them another one. Okay, so, yeah, I think they get 1 attack extra each for Shock Assault. If I'm wrong, sue me. Also, my phone continues to run out of space. This is so depressing. Okay, so... One hand is not enough for all this violence. Okay. Hitting on 3s. That's a lot of 1s, but it's also a lot of 3s. That was not that many 1s. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of hits. I think these scarabs might be toast. Whoa. Let's try again. So, 3s to wound, and re-rolling 1s, I think. But there's no 1s. So, these all automatically go through. So that's 1 scarab dead. That's all the scarab base is dead. That's all the scarab base is dead. But now we do reanimation protocols. So each of these wounds... Oh, hang on. It was only 2, then 4, then 4. Each of these wounds can come back on a 5+, and if it comes back with enough to make a base comes back. No. Okay, 5 scarabs. Although we might not be seeing the last of the scarabs. Spoilers. And I feel like it's... Oh, they can't quite get within engagement range. But I guess let's just shuffle on forward. Oh, hang on, they can consolidate 3 inches, right? I kind of feel like just getting within engagement range of these guys is fine. Lock them up. Lock them. Stop it. To explain my thinking, if they get within engagement range, then that shuts down the enemy's shooting, except it doesn't, because traits. So I'm just going to move them forward slightly. Get this moon marker off the way. Okay, cool. So, oops, sorry. Now it's the lieutenant fighting the bad thing. So he gets 4 attacks by default, plus 1 for shock assault. So 5 attacks. Oh, that's not good. Well, he gets to reroll 1. Piss. So 3 wounds, wounding on... I'm burning precious time. Okay, wounding on force. Oh my goodness. No wounds. Okay. Okay. Oh, fuck. Royal Warden's turn. He has 3 attacks. He's actually strength 5, but he doesn't have any special weapons. So 2 hits, wounding on 3s, 2 wounds, but he gets his 2-up armor save. Yeah, so he's fine. Okay. Well, that was an interesting turn. Groovy. Okay, let's see what happens next turn. Okay, so he just ran. He just left the battle, but there's still a wall of warriors in front of him, and a wall of warriors with some very shooty guns. There's also a wall of warriors here, who also have very shooty guns. So I think there's a very good chance that by the end of this turn, there are not going to be any beakies left. So I think I'm just going to roll all this off camera, because I've got fuck all space left. So the doom and gloom was perhaps a touch premature. In all that shooting, in all that gauze fire laid down, only one beaky succumbed. I don't know why I'm calling these guys beakies, they've not got any beaks. Okay, I need to hurry up because it's late and I've run out of space. So, this turn's going to be much the same as last turn. These guys are going to come in a little bit, he's going to shuffle his bottom in. They're going to shoot, actually no, one was going to shoot his plasma, hits, wounding on 2s, it's overcharged, yep, so I think it's -3, so that just slags one of these guys, slagged. He's going to lob his crack grenade, gets to reroll, hits, wounds, they get an armor save, passes. So this guy, let's see if he comes back. No. Oh, reroll that. No. Another Necron warrior dead. Okay, he's going to shoot his new Vulcanite pistol. 2 shots. Both hit. 1 wound. No. So 1 dies. Does he get back up? No. So it goes pew! Gotta take away the grey boy. Cool. Let's charge. Actually, neither of them can fail, so he's going to charge here. These guys are going to charge in here. Pile in, pile in, pile in. So, I'm going to say these guys can interrupt. So, I'm going to do this one first, because I don't think that they're going to be able to kill him. So, how many attacks was it now? It was, I think it's 5 on the charge for the sergeant. Because, oh no, it should only be 4, because it's base, Primaris, Chainsword, Shock Assault, and 3 for these guys, so they probably should, sorry, 3 for the other guy, so maybe they shouldn't have been able to wipe out that other unit before. Why am I guessing at this? I can just check. Assault Intercessors, oh, they get 2 attacks by, oh yeah, and then 1 from the sword, 1 for Shock, oops, oh well. Hang on. 2 attacks. 1 for the sword. 1 for shock assault. I wasn't wrong. So, burning's precious time. Come back. Oh, fuck's sake. Has to be on the table. Okay, reroll 1. Okay. So, lots of hits. I think some of them should have generated other hits, but I'm trying to go fast. Gotta go fast. Reroll them because the sergeant's nearby. Okay, only 3 wounds. They are -1 AP though, so 5 ups. 1 makes it, so 2 die. Do they come back? Yes, they both do. They both reanimate. So, yeah, so the Marines don't kill anyone, and they get to retaliate with only 1 attack. All hit. Wounding on 4s. 2 wounds. So 2 3-up saves. Both make it. Okay. The main action. He gets 5 attacks because of shock assault. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1 attack. Wounding on 3s. Absolute pants. But 2 of them are shredded by his ridiculous power sword. Do those 2 get back up? 1 gets to re-roll it, because yes, 1 does. So only 1 of these guys actually get taken out. The other 2 are going to fight back. Not really any point. 1 hit, 1 wound, passes. Okay, cool. So, now it is the Necron's turn. Straight into Necron's turn. These guys are going to fall back. He's going to move a little bit back. They're going to fall back. And, oh, hang on, he's going to actually be clever about that. He's going to make sure he's close to these guys. And because of his Warlord trait, these guys get to shoot like normal. Isn't he a sneaky absolute git? So he's going to try and put some shots into him, because the only way that Primaris Lieutenant's going down is if he's shot to pieces. He gets 4 shots, hitting on 3s. Ugh. Yes, 2 hits. Do they wound? Yes. Oh, yes, they won't. Okay, so he gets 2 4-up saves, one of which he fails. However, because of his shield of fun, he gets each of those wounds, he gets to shrug on a 5-up, which he does not. So he loses 2 of your earth wounds. How much does he start with? Oh, he starts with 5. So he's actually down to 3 wounds. Oh, that's kind of worrying. And then the remaining 2 there. Should I have everyone? No, just the 2 that are still there are going to try and shoot him. So each of them get 2 shots. Okay, so all of them hit. Wounding. Yeah, 3 of them wound. So, Spec Mariners, 4-ups, 3 of them coming. You can't all die, but you might get close. 1 dies. Oh, no, one doesn't die. He takes a wound. So, what's his name? Deathstroke there is down to 1 wound. That wasn't a deliberate design thing, by the way. Cool. Oh yeah, these guys are actually within, I think these guys are within 24. Where's my big measuring tape? Here it is. Let me see if I can one-handedly... Ow, fuck. Ah, okay, let's see. How far away are they? They are... Oh yeah, they're very within range. So they should actually have been shooting in previous turns with their flashlights. Let's see if they can blind somebody. I think they're going to put some flashlights into these 2 because they recognize that he just got like half his body blown off, and they kind of figure they should probably do something about it. So, flashlights. 2 hits. No wounds. Emperor's finest. Okay, so that's the Necrons. They failed to do enough damage, I think. Maybe. Let's go on to the Imperials. So he's going to shuffle up, and he's going to, well, in a second he's going to try and kill them. These guys are going to shuffle up. Thought occurred that they could maybe try to flank right, but I don't think realistically they could. So again, just doing this rinse and repeat. Plasma pistol overcharged. Tits, reroll that. Okay, hits. Whew, that's a lot of why I want artisan. So that melts a guy. Melt. And then crack. Misses. So melted guy, does he get back up? No. So successfully melted. Vulcanite pistol shots. Keep your wound counter with you, sir. 2 shots, both hit. 1 wounds. So it gets its 4-up. Come back, damn thing. I'm starting to understand why. He kills 1. Pew! Does it get back up? No. Alright, now we're cooking with gas. Right, charging. Normal Marines. Oh, I should probably brought on another squad, shouldn't I? Anyway, normal Marines. Oh yeah, they flying in. Just make it a little bit more dramatic. Let's get a dramatic shot in there. Ooh, come on, camera, help me here. Fuck's sake, camera. There. Fighting all across the front. I think it was better from this angle. There. Yes, they've breached the barricades. Okay. I'm going to do a multi-charge with the lieutenant here. Yep. So he just kind of skirts around and gets in with both of them. Ding. So, this time I'm going to start with the lieutenant. He's going to put 1 measly attack, because you can allocate your attacks however you like. He's going to put 1 measly attack into the Necron warrior, 4 hits. Wounds, cuts it down. Does it save? Yes, it gets straight back up. Okay. Very frustrating fighting Necrons, apparently. Then he's going to put some love, TLC, into that there walkie chap. So, rerolls. Yeah, hits all 3 times because of bullshit. Wounds and 4s. Tell you what, that mad lad's extra toughness is really coming into play there. So, 1 wound. It's AP minus 3. I think he's got a 3-up save though, so he does get a 6. Wrong sheet, and I put the heavy thing on the paper. Yeah, 3+ save. Do the warriors get 3+ save? Oh, oh no, that's the wrong sheet. Idiot. No, they get 4-up saves. Okay. So he gets a 6-up to save that, which he gets. Right. Chargy chaps, one of whom is on his last legs. So that's 4 attacks and 5 attacks, respectively, rather. Brain. So, reroll this. Every single one hits. Not seen that happen on a squad before. Wounding on 4s with rerolls. That's a lot of things to reroll. Okay, so they generate 1 extra hit from all those rerolls. Still, that's 5 wounds at AP minus 1. So that is 5 up saves. 1 passes, but there's only 3 guys in the squad. 3 guys that died. Do any of you reanimate? 1 does. So, what do we think? Silver or gold? Silver or gold? I think gold. He looks like he's holding the pass more. Ah! Did I break him? Didn't break him. Good. Consolidate. He gets his retaliatory attack. Hits. Doesn't wound. Speaking of retaliatory attacks, I'll just... Oh no, he's got strength 5, so I better do him separately. 3 attacks from him. 1 hit. Wounds. Nope. Then the guy that got back up hits. Wounds. Nope. And then we tick round to turn 3. And on turn 3, I think it's fair to say that the Space Marines came out on top. Cut off mid-sentence. That's because on the night I decided to extend it another turn, despite the fact that I was really tired, and the Lieutenant got absolutely creamed, and then I was like, oh, this was a terrible idea, so I decided to clip it. But I should probably have just left it off the record, but too honest. Anyway, speaking of honesty, things I absolutely cocked up. Primaris attacks, idiot. So, to clarify, heavy intercessors have 2 attacks by default. 1 for being a model, 2 for being Primaris, 3 for having a chain sword, yes, and a 4th on the charge for shock assault, or on the receiving end of a charge, you know. And the Lieutenant should have 5. So I did it, like, once there was only 1 or 2 left, I was doing it correctly. But the time it really mattered, when there was, like, still 3 of them alive? I guess it didn't matter that much either way. Well, I mean, they wiped out the Scarab Swarm by 1 attack, so it, 1 wound, or rather, yeah, but by the exact number of wounds. So it super mattered, and that was my absolute bad. I still think that the Space Marines would have stomped what was there. I really regret having put the PDF up on the walls. I think it was flavorful, but they should probably have been like in a building or something, so that they could actually be maybe slightly relevant to the battle, because they did literally nothing apart from miss things and make the Emperor feel slightly sadder, or one of the shards of the Emperor's soul, or whatever is the correct lore. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. Don't know how it managed to be 40 minutes. I do not understand that whatsoever. If I do another one of these, then I will endeavour to stop recording more. I would do some editing, but I don't really have time. Sorry. So yeah, I feel like the secondary objective was very much still up for grabs. I feel like there were infantry near enough it from both sides that it would be considered contested rather than secured. So narratively, I would say that like more Necrons start to show up, but Imperial forces have stalled long enough, so Storm Ravens or whatever come flying in. But in the ensuing action, because the Imperials haven't been able to push the Necrons back far enough, the Mechanicus, the Adeptus, the Adeptus Hab is the facility is destroyed basically. So bonus objective goes to neither side. The Necrons certainly failed in their objective to breach the walls, which I don't think I actually specified, but that was kind of the idea. And the Space Marines probably held out long enough. Maybe they should have had to have done more killing, but it was really late. That's what happens when you record on a Tuesday night after you've put the kids to bed and cleaned up a little bit. The advantage of the current setup I have, which is very small boards, bits of junk that can just get chucked into a bag, is that like the deployment and putting things away very, very fast. And I'm sure on actual like proper battle reports where they've got like a several feet by several feet table full of like a bazillion bits of terrain, I imagine they take a lot longer to set up and take down. I also think having a battle mat of any kind of description is just a fantastic thing. So if I do get back into it more, I might invest in a battle mat at some point that's a little bit larger than the minuscule thing that I'm using just now. Anyway, thank you for watching if you're watching this bit, and ta-ta.